So Harry says, I always get turned down by women. I'm always disrespected when I'm trying to interact with people in public that I need something from. I'm always coming up short in my business dealings, etc., etc., etc. And then Jason, the opposite, he says, no matter what I do, when I approach women, I get a positive response. When I'm trying to enter this place of business, I always get respected. When I'm trying to order food in a group, I always get asked first. I always seem to have doors open for me, literally and figuratively, etc. You get the idea. And they wonder why that perpetuates, both of them. Well, maybe the second guy knows why, maybe he doesn't. But the answer is very simple, really. You might be experiencing the same thing. You might be having a series of negative things happening to you during certain interactions and needs and wants not being met. And you might be on the opposite side where things that you want always seem to work out for you. People that you ask out give you positive answers. Doors are always open for you. You always seem to get the upper deal on business dealings. Best tables in the restaurants. Respected automatically. The answer is very simple. The ones who get what they want and the ones who don't. The answer is because you are taking yourself with you wherever you go. Allow me to explain. The one who has always doors open for him, gets respected, gets positive answers from most of the women he asks out, always gets respect at restaurants, places of business, any interaction that he wants to do with strangers, is because he's taking himself there, because he has a subconscious expectation of that experience continuing, and it does. He has an air of confidence which is easily detected by others. I think you've all heard, we dictate to people how we want them to treat us by our behavior, by how much disrespect we allow and accept, and how much disrespect we don't allow and don't accept. If you're entering a room, a hotel, a restaurant, an event, a party, if you're entering there with the air of lack of confidence, with the air of self-unassuredness, it shows in everything that you do before you even open your mouth, and of course after you open your mouth. It is something that is evident to others, maybe not to you, but it is. You are subconsciously expecting second-class treatment. Whereas the other person, the other type I described, is subconsciously expecting first-class treatment. He's subconsciously expecting doors to be opened, to be respected, because subconsciously he won't allow anything else. Things happen to us because we allow it. It's really as simple as that. The simplest answers are right in front of our eyes. The Japanese have an old saying that I've shared before in my videos, but I'll gladly share it again. They say the easiest place to hide is directly underneath the light, because that's the last place people will look, and that's the last place people notice. The simplest answers are right in front of our eyes, but we don't look. We don't know where to look. We don't see it because it's too obvious, too close to the trees to see the jungle, if I may use an old cliche. But to drive home the point of this video, if you're experiencing negativity, if you're experiencing failure one after another, if you're experiencing doors not being open to you, slammed shut in front of your face, if you're experiencing being turned down by women, by banks, by restaurants, by any kind of business that you're trying to interact with, it's because you subconsciously are expecting. It's almost like if you were to verbalize it, you would say, "You're not gonna let me in this place, are you?" And then you say, "Can I come in?" Exactly like that. And the other person says, "You know I belong here. Just get out of my way." And both of them get exactly what they expect subconsciously. That's just the way things work. I don't care where you live, downtown Switzerland, downtown Herat, Afghanistan. Not that one is better than or worse than the other, but my point is, it doesn't matter where you live, where you are, what religion, what background, what upbringing. Certain human nature truths are there. As long as you're living on the planet Earth, these rules apply. Good news is, if you belong to the first category, where your experiences are negative, you can change it. You can change it. It takes a little doing, like any kind of a habit that you have to undo, but you can change it. That's the good news. It's not something you're born with. It's not like a tattoo on your forehead. It's not like the color of your eyes. You can change it by just changing your expectations, pushing yourself. In the beginning, it's a little difficult. You have to push yourself because you are changing that subconscious belief. You are changing that negative expectation that it carries, follows you like a shadow wherever you go. So you have to initially make a conscious change and expect to be accepted. Expect for that door to open. Accept to get a yes, no matter what you're trying. And initially, it'll be difficult, but it will happen if you keep trying until the conscious becomes the subconscious. That lesson was free. All the best.